Well, hello, school counselors and school counselors to be. Thank you guys so much for coming to my channel, The Inspiring School Counselor. I have a list of 63 questions that I was able to come across on the ASCA website, and I thought what better way to help you guys prepare for this interview. So I am going to be asking these questions. Feel free to pause the video, answer it, and then unpause it when you're ready to go to the next question. So I'm excited to be doing this for you guys. Hopefully you guys are excited because you're about to be prepared for those questions that might just come your way. So if you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe and make sure you hit that notification bell so that you can be notified every time I upload a video. All right, let's get into it. So the first section is going to be covering the role of the school counselor. So let's get started. The first question is, how does the school counselor's role support the school's mission? Question number 2. What do you see as the most effective use of a school counselor's time? Question number 3. How do the ASCA student standards, mindsets, and behaviors inform the work of the school counselor? Question number 4. When you have implemented the ASCA National Model, how has it affected student success? Question number 5. What do you think is the most important characteristic of a school counselor? And what's the most essential characteristic school counselors have that supports a caring, supportive school climate for all students? Question number 6. When considering school counseling ethical standards and school policies, how would you handle a conflict between the two? Question number 7. How will a school counseling program facilitate a more peaceful, safe school environment? Question number 8. What's the school counselor's role in promoting equity and access for all students? Question number 9. What can you provide that is different from a school social worker, school psychologist, or mental health counselor? And how does the school counselor's role differ from other student service providers in support of all students? Question number 10. What is the difference between a therapist and a school counselor? Or how do school counselors support students who need therapy to be successful in school? Question number 11. Describe your ideal school counseling program. Include some specific examples of what it will include. Or how does the school counseling program support a school's school improvement plan? So that was all the questions that was in that section of the role of the school counselor. Now we're going to go to the next section, which is going to be addressing your strengths and interests. Question number 1. What influenced you to be a school counselor? What's your journey to becoming a school counselor? Question number 2. How will your practical experience inform your role as a school counselor? Question number 3. What is your strongest asset? Talk about your strengths and how they will support the implementation of an ASCA National Model program. Question number 4. What do you know about our school that you would consider a strength and a weakness? Question number 5. Tell us about a successful, satisfying case that you have handled and one that was not so successful. What would you have done differently? Tell us about a time you helped a student be successful. Question number 6. What makes you want to work at this school? Question number 7. What do you consider the most important reasons for you personally to become a member of this faculty? How will you achieve your professional at this school? Question number 8. What do you like about working with grade level school students? Describe how your specific skills, interests will help you connect to this student population. Question number 9. How would you address cultural differences in a school setting? Question number 10. What is something new you could bring to our program? What innovations or current best practices will you incorporate into your delivery of services? Question number 11. How do you handle criticism? How can criticism improve one's work? Question number 12. How do you handle stress? Stress is part of schools. How does the ASCA National Model help to manage it? School counselors are confronted with a lot of stressful circumstances and stories. How will you maintain your professionalism and your personal wellness when confronted with these? Question number 13. Are you available to work in the evenings for functions such as parent programs, student programs, etc.? Working in a school often includes extended hours. How will you balance work/your life demands? Question number 14. What experiences have you had in working with special education students? How are special education students included in a school counseling program? Question number 15. What has your experience been in working with students of color, LGBTQ students? Question number 16. What is your experience with parenting programs? What support will your counseling program offer to parents? And what instructional services can you provide? Question number 17. How do you approach writing letters of recommendations? Question number 18. How do you keep yourself organized? Question number 19. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? And question number 20. Are you proficient in a language other than English? Now we're going to be getting into the school counseling program that's going to be addressing define, manage, and assess. Question number 1. How does a school counseling program support the school's academic mission? Question number 2. What is your school counseling educational philosophy? Question number 3. What is the counseling theory or approach that you most closely follow? And how does your counseling theory or approach support student learning? Question number 4. How does the ASCA National Model support all students? And question number 5. How is the ASCA National Model defined, delivered, managed, or assessed at an elementary, middle, and high school? The next topic is deliver. The first question says, how do you develop a plan to deliver the student standards, mindsets, and behaviors through classroom lessons or group sessions? Question number 2, how would you approach appraisal and advisement? Question number 3, how do you develop a positive relationship with students in individual counseling, small group counseling, and what's the role of a school counselor to student relationship in individual and group counseling? And question number 4, what are examples of evidence-based strategies addressing student attendance? The next topic is manage. The first question, how do you use data in a school counseling program? And how does school data inform the school counseling program? Question number 2, what type of activities would you deliver in a school counseling program to address an achievement gap, opportunity gap, or attainment gap? Question number 3, what innovative and new ideas would you like to employ as a school counselor? And how does a school counseling program identify, select, and implement new ideas to support student success? Question number 4, how would you divide your time between meeting the immediate needs of the students and keeping up with the paperwork? And how is your use of time spent to address the needs of all students? And how will you effectively plan and manage your time as a school counselor? Question number 5, what technology applications do you see being useful in your work? And question number 6, how is your professional development plan a part of the school counseling program? And how will you determine your own professional development needs? And how will your professional development plan improve the school counseling program? And the next topic is assess. Question number 1, how will you assess the school counseling program? Question number 2, What type of data would demonstrate an effective school counseling program? And how do you use data to reflect on school counseling program goals? Also, how do you use data to inform school counseling program growth? And how will you convey this impact to stakeholders? And question number 3, what do the most recent state standardized test results indicate about this school district and this school? Also, what is your role regarding standardized testing? Now we're going to be going into our next section that is going to be addressing leadership, advocacy, and collaboration. So the first question says, how do you see the word leader fitting into your role as a school counselor? And how do school counselors model leadership? Also, how is leadership a part of the school counselor's role? Also, in schools, where can school counselors be leaders? And question number 2, describe a time when you provided leadership around a specific need, issue, or situation. The next topic is advocacy. First question, how have you advocated for students? Question number 2, how does a school counseling program support school counselor advocacy? Question number 3, how do school counselors advocate for students differently than other school staff? And question number 4, how do school counselors advocate for systemic change? And the next topic is collaboration, and that will be our last topic. Question number 1, what is the school counselor's role in relation to teachers, parents, administrators, and other school counselors? Question number 2, how would you address an irate parent? Question number 3, how would you address a passive or uninvolved parent? Question number 4, how do you see yourself fitting in with school counselors who have many years of experience as veteran teachers? What strengths do you bring as a new school counselor to the department? Question number 5, what is your view on collaborative consultation in the schools? Question number 6, describe past interactions with parents and home visits. And question number 7, how do you manage conflict and create solutions with stakeholders? So you guys, those are all the questions, 63 questions that you could possibly be asked during your school counselor interview. And I'm so grateful for ASCA giving me permission to be able to give these questions out to you all through my YouTube channel. You can also find them on the ASCA website. So I'm so excited. The next video that I'm going to be posting for you guys is just basically giving you scenarios that you could possibly be given during your school counselor interview, so it can better equip you on how to answer those questions. If there was any of these questions that you might have had, like, didn't really know how to answer, feel free to email me at theinspiringschoolcounselor@gmail.com, and I will help answer that. And I also can post a video on it as well. You can also put it down in the comments below. So I thank you guys so much for your time. If you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you hit that notification bell so that you can be notified every time I upload a video. All right, I'll see you guys next time.